Welcome y'all to Let's Talk About This with DJ Reality and your boy Sydney.
What's up?
What's up, Sid? How you doing?
I'm doing well.
All right, man. How's everything, man?
It's been a minute since we
I know.
connected.
Everything been good? Life been good?
All is well.
Okay.
Just trying to process all that's going on in our nation.
Okay.
There's a lot going on.
You got Tylenol, you got all the kinds of things. You got Cardi and Nicki about to fight. You know,
it's the hell with Nicki and Cardi. There's an attack on Black people right now, period.
Okay.
As it pertains to us losing our jobs, folks being laid off.
Yep.
African American women being laid off, African American men being hung on trees in Mississippi. Like we can go down the line, and I just don't think that we put much emphasis on Black people. We're suffering. We are the target.
We've been desensitized so much that when stuff happens, it's like, that happened. You know, like where's it used to be, okay, we go march about this, we go talk about this, it's gonna be the hot topic. Now it's just you know, it's okay, you know, go on to the next day and go from there. So sometimes that can, you know, be kind of sad that we don't, you know, we had a Sada Shakur pass not that long ago, and it's just, you know, I mean, she was stuck in Cuba for ever, like literally for the so it's just a sad situation.
And then we had the white supremacist, racist white men going to, you know, try to set up shop at one of our HBCUs in Tennessee.
Wait, tell me about that. I don't.
You didn't see that?
Nah.
Oh, so they these MAGA Republicans or MAGA guys wanted to come and set up shop at the Tennessee HBCU, and they shut it down.
Okay.
Proud of my people.
Like, what was he like? They were trying to sell merch, or like, what were they?
They just wanted to have that, trying to, you know, come in on that HBCU campus. You know, when there's other colleges that are not HBCU that they could have gone to set up to have those conversations, whether they want to.
So they were trying to politic on a
politic.
Or have a what do you call it? Okay. Wow. Okay.
And so they wasn't having it in Tennessee. They just wasn't having it. Yeah. So it was good to see that representation of Black people, Black young men and women standing up for, like, no, we're not taking this.
Okay.
So that was good to see. So there's just a lot going on in our nation.
Okay. That's crazy. So I would say with me, I've been recovering. I had neck surgery, as you know. Feeling a lot better. Been out for about 3 weeks, and the doctor said after 3 weeks I can, you know, move around the way I want to move around. So as you can see, I've been doing more workouts and stuff like that. So I'm not like trying to kill myself, but at the same time I got to stay active.
Okay, you got your normal self.
Nah, I ain't there yet. I'm about 75 to 80. Okay. But I got, like, they told me I can't lift more than 10 pounds and all that stuff. So so I just been like this week literally I started doing yoga. Because yoga is always a good thing, or makes my body feel good, and it forces me to stretch. Gotcha. Because as Black folks, one thing I had to try to build a routine on is waking up and stretching. Because I'll get up and go and won't even be paying attention, and then halfway through the day my back hurt or something, you know, is bothering me enough where I'm like, well, damn, maybe I should have stretched this morning.
So how do we get because like myself, I don't stretch. I need to, because I can tell it just in my body, period. I'm like, ooh, I'm stiff in some places. Like,
yeah.
Should I go to a chiropractor or should I just do some yoga?
It's a mix of, because I do both.
Okay.
It's a mix of both. I like the chiropractor just because I'm being adjusted.
Right.
So the parts that I can't, like, say for instance, cracking my back or anything like that. It's not like they just sit up there and lift you and just crack you, but at the same time, they're making sure that, you know, they're adjusting the body to create space for the bones and cartilage and all that stuff to breathe. Because what tends to happen is we get so tight, and then it just, like, say for instance with my neck, like now when I go back, which I'm scheduled for tomorrow, is that they can't do as much with my neck just because that's where I have a plate now in the back in between the cartilage. So they will still adjust my neck just to make sure that, okay, it can shift this way or shift this way, just to make sure it's not, like I said, my neck has been stiff So it's going to be like, they're going to be, I mean, I've given them all of the doctor stuff, like, hey, this is what I can and can't do. So they understand that. So, but even within the back, it's a lot of shifting. But to answer your question, I like the chiropractor / yoga blend.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yoga is very good for stretching. Do what you can, because I did yoga last night, and it was certain things that I couldn't do, so I stopped doing it. But it was certain things that I was comfortable with doing, and it wasn't pushing me too far, so I went with that. A lot of people, this is the thing. A lot of people get caught up in, I have to be able to do this in order to be a part of the class. It's like, no, do what you can. That goes with life in general.
But during the class, if I have some necks or whatever, can I still have relations?
You say if you have next
surgery, can I still have relations?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that's still. Now I'll say this: before that, there was the pain that was caught. It's like, well, shoot, I couldn't, move around the way I would like to move around. But now it's like my neck I can go back and forth and do all of the things.
So, ladies, if y'all listen to this, that neck is improving 75%. Y'all know what y'all gotta do. Just saying. All right. So now you know. So anybody got any questions? 75%.
75%. Don't be like, hey.
Give about a week or two, it may be the 90%. Then you'll be in a good place. All right.
That's an A.
Right. So we good. So now y'all know. I'm just putting it out there.
Heck, So let me ask you this question. This is one of the topics. What are some things? And we'll go into the, everything that's going on within society that we said we mentioned. But what are some things that you personally haven't done in life that you like? Okay, this is where you could put a number on it, on where you're at and what you want to do. But just say, we just put a number out there. Say 2 or 3 things that you haven't done that you want to do in life.
2 or 3 things I haven't done in life, which is a good question.
That you want to do.
That I want to do.
Yeah.
Well,
it could be very specific. Okay. It could be very broad. It doesn't necessarily have to be, I want to hike Mount Everest or anything like that.
No, honestly, this is the truth. One of those things is I would like to connect with my father.
Okay.
I am one of those ones that really wasn't raised with my father.
Okay.
But I saw him sparingly. He got out of correctional institutions, and I saw him briefly.
Mm-hmm. Where's he located?
He's down where he's.
Where was the last place you seen?
I saw him in Tampa, Florida.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
And so I was the best man at his wedding, etc. Okay. However, it led him back to a correctional institution. So, I would like to actually spend time. I don't have that conversation. I want to know more about my family, his side of the family.
Okay.
So that's definitely one.
Before I interrupt, my father, outside of my 2 older brothers and my younger sister, I didn't meet until 7th grade.
Oh, wow. Okay.
My older brother, I went to school with him, or we were in the same grade. I don't know. Right. We were not the same age, but I don't know if it was a little bit behind or whatever. Couldn't figure it out. Was in kindergarten a couple times before I got there. But all that being said, nobody on his side I know. And it was funny. I was talking to my pops because I like that you said that, because I've been trying to establish that relationship too. Right. And like I was talking, I went to visit him maybe about a couple months ago. And actually, this might have been before, because whenever I go home, I go and check on him. But I was talking to him about his brother. And he was like, "Oh yeah, Larry." I was like, "Nah, nigga, I don't know Larry." Like, what do you mean? My pops is 84. Right. Like I probably won't ever meet Larry. Right. His older brother.
Yeah.
Because when I go home, like I said, I try to see him. And, I'm moving around trying to see the older people. And it's just interesting that the disconnect, not to say that like it's a 80s or 70s baby, but like back then, it was more single moms. It was more you focus on the mom side, so that's why I always said, if, considering marriage or anything like that, I wouldn't have a kid unless I was married, because I don't ever want that separation there. I would like them to have not necessarily the family as equal, but to make sure that they have the visibility of a father in the house versus not.
And now that that's so taboo, because to your point, with wanting to, like my dad, another point, like be connected with my family. And maybe I'm being a little vulnerable right now, but I don't have a connection with my family at all, mom's side or dad's side.
Okay.
And if my family members hear this, y'all already know it's the truth. I'm here in Atlanta by myself, with my daughter, and I just don't have that connection. Now, I have friends and best friends, good friends, associates that love me dearly, that love me, and I love them as well. So that's my family. That's my community.
Okay.
That's my connection. So yourself, you're my connection. You're my community, because I can, but I don't have that connection with my family. So I would one day, and in my head, I was speaking to my sisters, like, how do I connect us together? Even if I have to host something myself, just so we can just, have that conversation and whatever that looks like.
Yeah. And that's funny. You mentioned, like, it's hard, say for instance, with me, I'm the youngest, of the two sisters that was in the house. Like I said, I really don't have a connection with my younger sister, with the exception of if I call her or reach out to her on Facebook or something like that. But like it's weird. Like I try to intentionally have fun with it, as in like trying to build a relationship. Like, as an example, I called all of them all on FaceTime last Friday. They weren't all expecting to call. I called my two sisters. Oh, that's with my mom. I called my mom. I called my two aunts, or my two aunts that's living. I called my two great nephews, their father, or my nephew. Called my other nephew, and that was it. And I called them all on FaceTime, and then I was joking around, but it worked out. It was great conversation, but I was joking around, and I asked my mom, I was like, why can't I get a Jerry curl when I was a kid? And it was just like literally just everybody just laughing, having fun. Because like I said, we don't have that engagement no more where I can be in your space. I live here. They live Michigan, Chicago, Texas, all those places. And it was just like, that was the icebreaker. But hell, we stayed on the phone for like 2 hours. Just FaceTime. Like, all of us didn't stay on. Like, some of us dropped, but like my great nephews is damn near like, what's a Jerry curl? You know what I'm saying? Because they 6. They don't know. They twins and they 6. But I called them all just to have a little bit of fun with it. And then now we on here trying to show how to create emojis and all that stuff and screenshot and stuff. It was a good time. So those are the things that I miss, because I can be just solo. Right. I'm in the house because when I had the surgery, my aunt, my two sisters came down, and of course, not to say I had reservations, but I'm used to the house with no sound, outside of the dog, so if we ain't talking or if I'm not talking to anybody else, then it's usually I come in, there's no, I try to keep the fridge as clear as possible. Like I don't like, and I came in one time I was talking to and I'm just, this is after surgery. I'm like, why is there so much stuff in the fridge? And I'm sitting up here walking around tight neck and I'm throwing stuff out. And like I'm frustrated because like I couldn't find my spinach and stuff. But at the same time, I appreciated them coming because at first I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't want that many people in my house at once, and it was only 4, you know what I'm saying? It was like me, my sisters, my two sisters, and even my sister left that Saturday. I had the surgery on that Thursday. But it's just, I appreciated them coming in. It's like, you need medicine, you need food, you need da. And having that, versus like, I would have just laid up in the bed and wouldn't have, I'd have ate from time to, I had soup and stuff like that. And I could move around, but I wasn't like, it wasn't comfortable, so, but I would have did whatever I needed to do. So
they made his house feel normal. Women were in the house. It was normal. But, and with that, I think I'm now like navigating through how do I connect, not just with family, but how do I connect with people, black men, black women. Like, I'm on that journey. I don't know if I'm out there alone with myself, but I'm on that journey to connect with my people. And because I've learned that you never know who God will use to be a blessing in your life.
Yeah.
You never know what that connection is or who that person is. They can be an angel in disguise to where you may be trying to go somewhere in life or get to that next level, and whatever that looks like. And this person may have the answer, the next step, or the connection, etc. And so we sometimes, we miss out on opportunities because we would not connect
because of pride,
because of pride, because of trauma. Yeah. And so that's why, and it brings me to this point. That's why I'm so, I'm irritated when I'm out, being who I am, but as a gay male, homosexual, whatever y'all want to call them, because everybody have these different terminologies. I don't know.
Does queer work?
Let me tell you something. And I'm glad he said, do not call me queer. All that non-binary, all that stuff. Hey, listen, I'm born in the 80s. I don't know nothing about that. Listen, I have nothing against what nobody think, believe, or what they said. I don't know nothing about that. When we was growing up, it was sissy, faggot, bull dagger, lesbian. That's what that's all I knew. I don't know all that queer and them other letters.
I told you that conversation I had, and this is where sometimes we get lost in it. And I'll let you get back to your point. But it's like, I was literally having a conversation maybe a half an hour or an hour before we recorded our last podcast. And it was like, well, how do you identify with someone like at a brunch? And I was like, how do you identify? He's like, well, I prefer, he said homosexual is considered antiquated and I prefer queer. And then I had the conversation with you like 30 minutes. Look, I had the conversation 30 minutes, 45 minutes later to you. And I was like, am I? And you were like, man, don't ever call me no queer. Like, they call me that bullshit. But it's just crazy that like you don't know what to say. Like, I mean, I call you Sydney. I don't call you. Yeah. So yeah, but I'm saying like when somebody wants to be identified, because everybody wants to be identified now, and that's the hard part. It's like, well, I identify you as a person. I don't identify you by your sexuality.
One thing I'm learning, I'm not trying to manage your trauma. I'm not trying to manage because you identify as something, and this is no disrespect to anybody. Me personally, I'm not trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
What do you want to be at? Like all that, what they call it, the pronoun stuff. No, I'm Sydney. I'm a man. I got 2 kids. I have a man. I'm a part. I am what I am. To each his own. But what I'm not going to do is try to manage your trauma.
Yeah,
I'm not, and so don't hold that against me because I don't like. I was raised in a different, era than some of these younger, and I respect how they feel, what they're doing, how they want to be identified. I respect it all. Yeah. All right, cool.
I mean, I look at it as like this. I don't ever want to have to. I don't want to ever say anything to put you out of pocket. But most likely, I'm not going to say anything out of pocket because I'm not trying to quote unquote identify you. Be who you are. Like I think that sometimes we get like when you get into the redefine acronyms and stuff like that, or you talking about like the not acronyms, but you say like they, them, and all that stuff. I'm like, well, that makes it a little bit confusing for people. I just address you as you. I don't address you as you're a member of this community, Like, I mean, I respect that you're a member of this community, but I don't necessarily have to identify. Like, I don't have to be like, yo, what's up, my gay friend? Or I got, I got a gay friend. Like,
and don't call me because I check you every time. I'll be like, nigga, I'm Sydney. Don't check me. But I'll give you an example. It's just like those parents that have, like I said, homosexual, queer, whatever you want to call them, kids. And again, I'm being careful.
I thought queer was very offensive from what I remember from back in the day.
Don't call me queer.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what that means. What does that mean? What you call it?
I thought it was offensive from the jump. So so it threw me off when I asked the question. Like, what do you like? How do you want to be identified?
And folks that's watching this we make it backlash on that. Don't call me queer, but that's do not call me queer. Mm-hmm. I'm Sydney, and I'll give you an example. Me personally, and this for all those parents out there that's struggling with how to identify with their children and connect with them and all this stuff. I do not expect my mother, if she did, to accept me as a homosexual male or whatever. I don't expect that. No, she don't have to. In her era, she was not used to that. And I'm not going to put that on her to be like, because I'm your son, you should accept me. Whatever. No, I don't. That's her life. I could care less. Because guess what? I don't sleep with that woman. That's my mother. I don't sleep with her. I could care less. You live your life. I'm living mine. When I come to your home, I learn how to be respectful. That's why I'm grown. I go to a hotel. I don't have to stay in your home. When you come to mine, you will be respectful of my house. I'm going to put you out or you go to a hotel. Oh, I'm serious about that. But there's that. You don't have to accept it. But you're my mother. So I want you there, but I'm not expecting you. So a lot of these kids that like, my parents should love me, they should accept me. Baby, they was raised in a different era. You shouldn't expect that. And again, you should know how to go on with your life and say, you know what, I'm gonna live my life, either accepting that. Now, my mother accepted. Let me say that my mother and my children accepted, so I'm good.
Remember, I was telling you with Ghostface and his son. He has a song. I meant to let you listen to it, but he has a song called "Sweet Face Killer," and he's kind of going at his pops a little bit, but it's always been wanting acceptance from what I hear, and it's always weird for me. Like, what's the phrase? Go where you're accepted, not where you're tolerated, or where you're welcome, where you're not tolerated. I don't go into spaces that, like, if you don't fuck with me, I'm saying from my perspective, you don't fuck with me, I don't have to fuck with you. And that's the bottom line. Like, whether you're blood, whether you're associates, etc. Like, if you don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you, and I don't have to be around you. Like, but it's great to have that. I like people. I like transparency. And when I say I like transparency, I like people to explicitly say, I don't fuck with you.
To your point. To your point. I didn't mean to interrupt, but to your point, goes back to what I said. When it irks my nerves or bothers me when I walk and I nod my head to another black man and he can't speak because he see my appearance. He can tell whatever. But when I'm just saying is, what's up? Man, I don't want you. It's not that. First and foremost, to your point, I don't want anyone that doesn't want me. Let's be clear. You're a straight man. I don't want you. Hell, half the women don't want you. So why the hell I'm gonna want you? Just so we clear. I'm sorry. Some of y'all may have women that want you, but I don't want anyone that doesn't want me.
Yeah.
But at least if I walk by a black man, to me, it's more out of respect. What's up, Black King? Are you good? All right. That's all we have. Women give me more. I can walk by a black woman. Hey, how you doing? You good? You so good. Look, you so happy. They give me all the compliments in the world. And I'm just saying hello. Black men, you can say hello, throw your head up, and they won't even speak. They'll look, they'll keep walking.
It happens with women.
It discourages.
No, I'm saying it happens with women. Like, and what we're saying is everybody don't want the woman either. Like, I'm just speaking out of courtesy, like, hey, how you doing? And it's like
it's almost like chivalry. We open the door for a woman. Like, I don't know her, but I'm opening the door.
I'm not trying to holler at you. And,
absolutely.
It's right. So let me explain this. So I had a job interview with this company, and like, it was a panel interview, and within that panel interview, the one guy, he wouldn't get on camera for one. Indian guy, not the stereotype, but anyway, Indian guy wouldn't get on camera.
We talk about that too, but
wouldn't get on camera, and he was asking me questions. Like, he's like, "Hey, have you ever done this part within my career?" I was like, "Yes." He was like, "Well, what have you done?" I was like, "Well, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this." Cool. And mind you, I had an interview the day before or a couple of days before with the person out, the hiring man, like the person I would be working for, and we overtalked. Ended up like I'm thinking like, oh, I got this. Like this is knocked in the butt. The guy stopped asking questions after the interview. I'm very proactive, if that makes sense. So I emailed the hiring manager. I was like, well, I think the interview went great. But that one guy, I couldn't tell where I stood with him.
Right.
And like I said, these are his counterparts or people that he works with. And he was like, okay, cool. I'll check in with him and see how it goes. Because literally it was their sign off. It was like a 30-minute panel interview with other people. The other guy I talked to for an hour and a half. He was ready to hire me on that Tuesday. The other interview was on Thursday. He was like, well, he don't think that you have enough experience in this, But he asked specific questions, and I gave him direct responses to the questions or the things that I did, but he didn't ask any more questions. Okay. So, he was like, well, hey, can you send me over some examples of the things that you did? And I'm at a point now in my head, I'm like, I kind of don't want to work for y'all. Right. Because I'm already at a disadvantage, where, granted I had a great rapport with you, but this guy doesn't trust me. So now I have to worry about him in the company, and I always have to prove myself within the company every single time. I sent over the examples, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, well, we're going back and forth. We're still interviewing. And I'd already kind of mentally checked out. I mean, I'm still going to engage the way I should. But at the same time, I was like, I don't want to work for this type of company. This guy already said that he don't know if I have enough experience to be able to do it. So with that being said, he's putting doubts in your head of how great I was on Tuesday.
However, that's the cadence in our nation.
Mm-hmm.
White Christian nationalists, white racist men already state that women of color or black, we are not educated, and we are the most educated, especially black women.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how they play us.
Yeah.
And so I hate you even had to experience that.
Direct. I mean, I experienced it. I experienced it pretty often, but that was like kind of a blatant. I'm like, I don't want to be in that room. I don't even want to. Like he said, you're still in consideration. Blah blah blah. I was like, even if I'm in consideration, I'm still at a disadvantage going in. I'm on a, like I would. I already had in my head. I was like, if I get this job, I have to have a lunch with that guy the first week. If I start,
they would get some white boy, white girl that's not educated, don't have no college degree, nothing, and they'll hire them.
Yeah, it blew my mind. Like that was the first time blatantly I saw it. Like I know, you assume this happens in the background and blah blah blah, but that was the first time I was like, wait a minute. I was like, why am I on camera? He's not on camera. That was the first. That was kind of like the first red flag. But at the same time, I was like, okay, well, I'll go through with it. Other woman jumped on. She was great, pretty smooth. She asked me the question she wanted to know the answer. She gave me a great thumbs up and all that stuff. But then he didn't give any type of positive response.
Man, maybe I'm gonna get in trouble about this, but it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
What I've learned about Indians, and again, as it pertains to African American or black, let me say, I ain't saying African American, black men and women,
mm-hmm.
most are against us. Let me just be clear. I've worked in several locations, several places, and several spaces where, like me personally, I was blown to think that Indians was against it. I'm like, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But that's when I learned that Latino men was so racist towards us. And I'm like, huh? Like, I was blown away.
Okay.
I'm like, we all have some shade of color, or, we are.
Of course, you can have prejudice, but when we in this job market, I don't want to ever have anybody pushing against me.
Yeah.
And I know that when I get to this point in my interview that I'm dealing with a specific race, I'm like, okay, I probably won't get this opportunity. Or and I try to keep it operate within a optimistic energy to know that I got a chance. But in that scenario directly, I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, I can read the room very well, but it was hard to read him because he wasn't on a camera. So I'm only reading off a connotation and how he's reacting to, and then two, it was hard to hear him. So he didn't have a good mic. He might've been in the car. I don't know, but it didn't seem as if he was prepared enough. And that's fine. And like, don't waste my time. That's all I'm like. If the hiring manager came through and he was just like, if he had pulled the trigger and said that, okay, well, I don't care what he's saying, I'm gonna go, because like I said, we had a strong hour and a half conversation. Interview was only supposed to be 45 minutes to an hour. Talked to him for an hour and a half. Just great conversation. And he was ready to go. He was like, I'm ready to hire. And then, like I said, the other guy put the sense of doubt into his ear, in my opinion, because the other woman said I was great. Like he gave me a whole breakdown of everybody's responses, and there was nothing positive. It was nothing negative, but it wasn't anything that was like hire him. It was just, well, I think he can have a little bit more of this experience. I was like, well, how do you get the experience? You take another job, right? I mean, because the experience isn't going to, my experience here isn't going, like, you can say, well, I have experience doing this. So then going in there, it can only, I don't want to say it could be that much better, but I'm not going to be able to get the experience. It's like the catch-22 within jobs in general. So it's like, well, are you saying I need to get 3 more years of experience somewhere else other than your company? There's little stuff like that that I think about. That
anyways, however, as I was saying, Black men and women, let's do better. Let's do better as to acknowledge each other, showing each other love, support, because you never know. We need each other. So I'm just going to put that out there.
Let me tell you something. So I was talking to one of the guys I mentor, and I'm like, we had an event, and actually I think I told you about it. It was the Westside Motor Lounge, the Sunday Fun Day thing.
Okay.
But we was at an event a few weeks ago, and he had a friend, and his friend worked for some company or some stuff that he was trying to he was trying to go that side of tech. So I was like, go talk to him. That's your friend. Go talk to him. Like, why is this, like, I wasn't looking for myself. I was looking for you. I'm like, yo, if you got somebody that, like, I will not call out, but I will, if somebody's in a position at a company I want to work for, I'm gonna talk to them. Correct. Like my cousin, she works for Microsoft. I'm like, hey, I know you here. Can you help me out? She sent me the recommendations, blah, 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 boom. Or the referrals, and we good. I had another friend, same scenario, reached out to her.
Right.
Same company. Was like, oh, well, no, you got to do this, da, da, da. I don't like the way this look, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. Send it to her. I still didn't get the referral from her. I'm like, what was the difference? But then I have another friend that works for it too. Gave me the referral for the, like, he was about to have surgery next day. Well, he's about to prep for surgery. I text him Sunday night, like, hey, I'm looking at working here. And this is before I found out my cousins worked there, because I didn't realize my cousin worked there. Ironically, they used to mess around. But anyway, I text him like Sunday night. I'm like, hey, I'm applying for this position. Can you give me the referral? He's like, man, I got surgery prep tomorrow, but so I won't be able to do it tonight. Oh, it's like I won't be able to do it, but I won't be able to do it until 9 a.m. tomorrow. And I just asked him that night. You know what I'm saying? Right. And the other person gave me like this whole runaround for like 2 weeks and still didn't give me the referral. So I don't fuck with them.
So why is that? What do you think it is that we delay or we kind of procrastinate on helping our fellow brothers, sisters, etc.?
You know, it could be how you were treated, not by like me per se, but it was like, well, how do you like how you were treated in the past, or how do your perception of me as a person? It could be many things. But if I tell you, you look at my resume, I mean, because you probably only know me as DJ Reality. Right. But if you don't know like my professional career, like, but the thing is, nobody knows, like, I don't know exactly what you do, and that's your career. I mean, I know what you do as far as your work, but I can't tell you like the 6 or 8 bullet points of what you do within your career.
Right.
So then when I look at your resume, I'm like, oh, okay, he does that. Or like if you look at my resume, like, oh, he does that. So we have to stop being gatekeepers on opportunities based off of perception. Now, we shouldn't just hire Junebug, you know what I'm saying, like without any experience. But
they hire Carl that have no experience.
Yeah, but the thing is, for us,
so there is a difference between them and us as to how we hire. We have to be experienced, educated, etc. And they
don't. That's nepotism. That part we don't have no power in. Like we don't have the power to, like, if I can, like I said, I got two guys that I'm mentoring. If I had the power to hire them, I would hire them, train them, and help them figure out the roles. But without that experience, they're going to get hit so hard that they won't even get the opportunity. Like with me, I don't get the opportunity with the experience. Right. So it's just crazy for that part. Just imagine you're in here struggling. Now, of course, you got people, this isn't the stereotype, but it's just weird when you can help some people and you don't do it. I always have to, if I can give the opportunity to, so let me give you an example, right? And this is what I was saying, that you can't help everybody, but you can help some. And I say that as in, like, I remember this woman, I ain't gonna say her name, but gave her a referral. She was like, well, when I called, I was like, hey, you looking for a gig? I see you kind of post about it, da-da-da. And she was like, yeah, like, what's the job? I was like, well, I work for this company. You can go and look at whatever job makes sense to you. Right. If that makes sense, I'll give you the referral. Okay, cool. How much does it pay? Nigga, I don't know. Like, I don't know what you do. Like, go and look at the job and see if anything matches up. Like, it wasn't like it was a large ass company. It wasn't. You can refer. Yeah. Like, look for the company see if any position out here makes sense for you within this company, and then you do your due diligence on how much you pay. I'm not here to. I barely know how much. I mean, it just depends on the company you work for. For one, to be able to tell you how much you're gonna make. Hell, I could be over here making $125,000. I could be over here making $250,000. Just depends on the size of the company. But all the men said, gave her the referral. She found something, gave her the referral, and it was a portal. And within that portal, it tells you the status of people applying, if they interview, and all that stuff. Never filled out the application. Interesting. I'm like, hey, did you? And I'm saying, like, this is being proactive in the scenario. Like, hey, did you have a chance to da da da? I sent you the link referral. Oh, I'm gonna get to it. Like, oh, okay. Never applied. Then I had another scenario. It's this program called WIOA. Still around, a federal program. If you're not working, they provide funding for you to get certifications. Okay. Add a friend. Computer science or engineer. And I want to say they was necessarily looking, they was comfortable with what they were working with. I ain't gonna say the coffee company that they were working for, but they should have been, if they want to get an engineering job, a computer science job, you can get free certification based off of your whatever, because you're not making that much there. You can make a decent amount. You can get, I think they provide health insurance and all that stuff from what I was told. But I'm telling you, a program that you can apply to. Never applied. I got turned down because they said I made too much money. And I wasn't even making that much money. I was probably like $40K, if that, in Chicago, broke as fuck. Like, not making it, but they were making less. I was like, apply for the program. I got 3 other people in the program. All 3 of them got their certification, 2 PMPs. One got this other like a lean certification within tech. But what I'm saying is, you can't help everybody. Now, you can try to help everybody, but some people aren't ready to be helped. sometimes within our community, and that kind of disappoint. Like, because it's mind you, fast forward, years later, this was maybe about 2014, 2015. I mentioned that program to the person again. I'm like, talking about as late as last year. Like, I never looked at it.
It still wasn't receptive to the program.
Still happy with making less money.
Well, let me say this. Some people are comfortable, and sometimes it's just peace, a peace of mind. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't care about the salary. If I have a peace of mind, you can have your 6.
They had no peace of mind, is what I'm telling you.
Okay, well,
like, look, I'm sorry. Look, this tried to help. Look, this is how I look at it about being comfortable. If you are comfortable, you shouldn't be complaining. I don't have enough money. I don't have the time to do the things I want to do. Blah, 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 blah. You're comfortable with the struggle, but you're not comfortable in life. And that's the difference. Like, and that's all I'm saying. Like, sometimes people think like, well, we get to the point. I remember in life in general, I always wanted to make $40,000 a year. And the reason why I wanted to make $40,000 a year was because my mom made $40,000 a year. Gosh. My mom's made $40,000 a year or $38,000 a year in 1994. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's 2025. I can't do shit with 38,000. I can barely do anything with 100,000. Like, I literally have to be like mid to almost 200, even like more than that.
I can barely do anything 125.
Listen, but the thing is, we only see. I was breaking it down to my nephew the other day. I was like, yo, like, what are you trying to do? Like, are you trying to just get by and make it? Or are you trying to, because, people get stuck into this whole, I'm an entrepreneur and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, entrepreneuring is cool, but you got to have solid money behind you to be able to support when business goes up and business goes down. And that's just the nature, like corporations and stuff like that. That's how they hire and fire people. They like, well, we up, we can hire more people, we down, we got to let people go. And that's just, they call it reorg. They essentially just making sure that the budget makes sense. Like, this money over here isn't making no money.
Know that your largest controllable expense is payroll.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah,
you can make, that's where you making major cuts from, payroll.
No, but look at,
I have to pay you 100 grand. Or you can pay me 50 grand to do the same job that you do. So,
yeah. Now look at it like this. I was telling him, so I'm explaining. I'm like, well, he's like, well, I want to, and I don't want to get too detailed, but like I said, this is literally a conversation that we just had. He was like, well, I want to have 2 vehicles by the end of the year.
Okay.
And I'm like, you have no vehicle right now. It's September 28th. September 28th. You have 2 months to get 2 vehicles. How do you I understand the youthful optimism of it, but with a pretty good salary, I can't get 2 vehicles by the end of the year. It would mess my bill money up to consider 2 vehicles by 2. Like, you don't have 1 vehicle, and then when you said 1 vehicle for a tour or like do a tour rental, and I was like, well, while you have this 1 vehicle and you're going to do tour rentals, then how are you going to get back and forth to work?
All right.
Oh, I have the other vehicle. I was like, you ain't got it yet. You got to get the 1. You got to understand the, like,
have one paid off. That's what you need. One paid off. See, because tour is not that bad. It's becoming.
How do you pay it off if you ain't got no money?
Yeah, that's true.
If you're caring, look, if you're okay, let me give a little bit more context, because I don't feel like I'm giving this story as much justice.
I want to give it.
You're making $400 every 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Make it make sense.
It doesn't.
Your rent is $700.
That's your first check. Your first week's check.
No. Your rent is $400 every 2 weeks.
$400 every 2 weeks. Okay, so you're paying $800 a month.
Yeah.
So, but every week, okay, you're making $8. Okay, I get okay.
Just say for the sake of tax purposes, they only take out 25%.
You live here in Georgia, but okay.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm used to 67, 65, like the number, but I'm just saying for tax purposes, say 25%. You're at $600. You already don't have enough to pay your rent. So, I mean, you gotta, like, I'm not trying to discourage him from wanting those things, but I'm trying to make him understand. I told him, I was like, well, this is what you're gonna have to do. I was like, in order to do these things, you gotta make, in my opinion, I told him, I was like, you gotta make $2,500 every 2 weeks to consider one vehicle.
Right.
And of course you can go into debt if you want to get two, but I'm saying if you go rent a car, or if you go, it's you're not doing this by yourself, is what I'm saying. If you're making, say you're making $2,500 every 2 weeks, you ain't got the job yet. You don't have the background yet to be able to ask for that.
All right.
If that makes sense.
All right.
But that's what you need in order to make it work. So all I'm saying is, like, level set with yourself. Know that you can do this. Do what you can within the space that you can. I was like, man, just don't have no kids right now because you will be fucked.
You have the credit history. You have the things that they're gonna look for. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. So, but it ain't go get it with $800 every 2 weeks.
Oh no. Definitely not.
Yeah. Like I said, I have no problem with Turo and stuff like that, but I just look at it like this. Like, you be able to, can you get, like, how are you getting to work?
Right.
To get the money, to get the car, to do the Turo. So you got to look at it like, okay, I have a job for 4 to 6 months. Now I'm like, unless your job is down the street, you still gonna need 2 vehicles to be able to even consider, is all I'm saying. So.
Well, you said a lot there. Now, so we're gonna move on. All
right. So what's up with this Tylenol and Trump? Like, I found that to be funny, but was it autism and stuff like that? But it didn't hold. I mean, we could go into, like, we ain't got to go fully into the Trump stuff, but the government stuff is kind of crazy, where people are just on pins and needles on if they gonna be able to keep their job or not.
First and foremost, we're definitely not going to send this topic because of Trump. First and foremost, Trump is incompetent. Mm-hmm. He does not know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's saying. JFK just as horrible. Mm-hmm. Tylenol has not done anything to anybody. All these years we've been taking Tylenol. Mm-hmm. Think about it. Mm-hmm. And I'm from the 80s. There's folks that's older than that.
Is Tylenol Robitussin?
Right. So it's just like, you have to think about, really, what are you saying? You're just saying dumb.
Let me ask you this question.
I'm over it.
Kill that topic. Kind of. But it's still involving the same person.
Okay.
When did Trump, and I mean, you may, or I mean, you can probably pinpoint it or not, I don't know. When did Trump, and people may feel uncomfortable with what I'm saying, but when did Trump stop being considered cool? And the only reason I'm saying that is, if you look at back in the day, everybody's like, I want to make money like Trump. I want to, people taking pictures with Trump. All the rappers was like Trump. I'm not within the presidency part, but I'm saying, like, when did Trump?
They were cool with Donald Trump during the Apprentice seasons.
Yeah.
When he was on national doing the Apprentice. That's it. Mm-hmm. Felt like how he brought up and coming or celebrities on. Mm-hmm. And they showcase their talents or whatever that was, you know. And so he was popular, but other than that, nobody is looking for Donald Trump.
But I'm saying, like, before that, though, people were like, "Oh, I want to get money like Trump. I want to have all that stuff."
Honestly, maybe you, but like me, before that, I didn't know nothing about Donald Trump. It's almost like the Chris.
I remember Jeezy had a song about Trump.
I about Donald Trump.
I'll pull up some stuff, but yeah, it was
like what's the guy, Mr. Kirk?
Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
I knew anything about him. Don't care.
No, I didn't know much about him.
Don't care. And once I found out all the hate he was spewing, again, to everyone else's point, right? No one, you, me, anybody else, should be, off like that. However, all the hate man, please. I mean, okay. But y'all want me to, okay. That man didn't want, he didn't, nothing, no one looked like me. He did not care. I don't care.
So I'll say this. This is how I feel about topics in general or just life in general. You only get the energy. Well, okay, so let me break this down. There was a guy in one of these little Facebook chats, and somebody had said they were talking about the Charlie Kirk thing. And he had said that I said something like, well, it doesn't really, I feel I didn't want him to die, but it's just another story to me. I'm over it. And he was like, well, what if it was another type of like if it was a black person fighting for rights? I was like, listen, I don't deal within the hypotheticals. In this scenario, I'm not invested in it. And that was the end of the conversation. He like, but there's a whole little line of him going back and forth with everybody else trying to defend on why since he was white, we didn't care. So I was like,
who did he say didn't care? People of color?
He was essentially saying like the people that the black people that was commenting that we didn't care. I was like,
absolutely not.
Like,
don't care.
Like, but I'll say this: I don't want anybody to die, but but at the same time, I wasn't that invested in. They were talking about like doing all this stuff with being at football games and stuff like that. Like, I don't care about like him. Like, I don't know him. Like, he's not fighting for my cause. So why am I so invested in like not to say that, I mean, the things that he was spewing, like but I didn't find out those things until like, because I know I looked up some stuff like he had said something against Simone Biles about when she stepped out and when she was hurt. And I was like, okay, that's fucked up.
And again, no, I don't care. It had nothing to do with him. And I think I'm sick of people with that narrative. We didn't want him to die. If you know black people, none of us want him to die. No one is not, we saying him. No one want nobody to just die like that. It is what it is. However, Charlie Kirk was a racist. I can care less. That man didn't care about nothing about my people, what I did, if I lived, if I died. I don't care. I'm sick of it. Like, I don't care. He can't get empathy. Empathy, all right. Your kids shouldn't have saw that. Yeah. But his wife, she just as racist. I'm so disappointed in the white church right now. So disappointed. And so maybe I'm speaking from a place of pain because I'm so disappointed in the white church right now.
I got a line for you. I got a line for you. Bill Gates, Donald Trump, let me in now. I got money to tell my friends now. In now. We coming down, baby. Your street in the Range Rover. Boom, boom, baby. And let it go. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa puff. Listen to me now. Light it up and take a puff. Pass it to me now. So I'm just saying, like, Trump was in some, like, I was like, painfully obvious. I'm like,
but it's getting to the point, and I think I feel more. I feel not that I feel bad, but it's like I stand with my black queens, my black women, all those federal workers that was laid up, like out of spite. I stand with them. Like, what do we have to do? They shouldn't have to go through that. And a lot of us are just going by, just like willy-nilly, don't care. Like, do y'all even understand what's going on as it pertains to our people? I'm saddened. I am. And so now there's certain folk that I can look like a Roland Martin and like a D what's his name? DHU, you know.
D4.
What's his name?
It's about the dude with the Tesla with the girl.
No, the comedian.
Oh, D.L. Houston.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing. Like there's a lot of Jasmine Crockett, like folk that's standing for our cause, and we don't have too many like that because everybody's so afraid to say something. Listen, no, we've been through enough. We've been through enough as people of color or black people. Somebody black people. It is what it is. So yeah. All right. So what are we talking about next? I don't know about Donald Trump.
Let's go a little light. Okay, so I'm gonna ask this question first, and then we'll go into the next question. It's kind of leading to it, but I'm not sure if you had a chance to listen. But
hold on, real fast. And for you Latinos out there that's listening, I will vote for Donald Trump. Okay, now tell me how that worked out for you. Just leave it in the comment section. How that worked out for you? But go ahead.
Cardi, have you had a chance to listen to her album?
I've been looking at and I was sharing with you. I love how creative Cardi has been promoting her album. Like she's been everywhere.
I fucks with Cardi.
So
I fucks with Nicki too, but I fucks with like
I'm a Cardi fan.
Yeah, I'm both of their fan, but you know, but it's just crazy when I see like I wake up in the morning, I'm like waiting because I was listening to the Breakfast Club this morning, and I'm like okay, because I don't know if you know who Lauren LaRosa is, but she was talking, and they were kind of like, I don't know if they had a chance to look at all of the stuff that was said. They was like, well, how do they know that that's about Nicki? How do they know that that's about Cardi? And then the tweets just start going like crazy. Directly at each other. You know, one of them, she called her Cocaine Barbie. Hold on, let me pull up some of it. But it was going. So tell me about that your thoughts on the album so far, and I'm gonna pull up some of the tweets.
Okay, I'm going about this before he get into that foolery right there. Again, Cardi was extremely creative how she promoted that album. Extremely creative, and it started from when she was on her trial, all the different wigs and she looked good. Like Cardi was on point. Her team is amazing. And she was on point. This banter back and forth, this is actually a distraction. We need to start focusing on them. There are bigger fish to fry that we need to understand and what's going on in our world before y'all get on this Cardi and Nicki band. It just, like me, I don't want to deal with that right now. We're dealing with folks losing their health care, their Social Security, their SNAP benefits. Like people, we're losing. Why are we talking about Cardi and Nicki? I love them.
That's a hot topic of the week. I mean,
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I get it. I feel like this. Like there's a fair balance of both. You have to be able to figure out how to pay attention to the entertainment and pay attention to the government too. It's like, well, you know, some people feel like they have to feel pain, but they can't feel happiness at the same time. So it's like finding the balance between the two. Because if all we're doing is talking about pain, then it's like. Prime example. Why
Nicki and Cardi don't collaborate? Why we doing all this? Because
they got egos. Sisters, right? They got egos.
There you go.
Yeah, the ego is what drives that. Like, there's no reason why. I mean, I think I can't remember. It's so much women beef. I don't even know who's cool with anyone no more. I remember Meg had a song with Nicki. I remember Meg had a song with Cardi. I don't know if Meg and Nicki cool. I don't know if Meg and Cardi cool. Meg and Cardi cool because they got WAP.
But Meg would collaborate with them though. You see, she
ain't fucking with Nicki no more. They went at it. Yeah, but it's just the fact that when they did stuff together, they sounded cool.
However, what we don't know is the backstory as to why. And for example, Meg may not be dealing with Cardi or Nicki.
No, Meg with Cardi. Meg fucking with Cardi.
I'm just in it.
Cardi, but here's the deal. We don't know the backstory, but we know egos. And when I say we know egos,
someone could have
Cardi,
a mental breakdown. Someone could be mentally.
No. So, but what I'm saying is, you look at Cardi. Cardi don't got no problem with nobody else.
Correct.
Everybody likes Cardi.
Yes.
I've seen people not like Nicki, and it's like, you know, and sometimes it comes across within her ego. And like I said, I like Nicki.
Her attitude.
Yeah, I like Nicki. Yes. I like both of them. But it's just like I haven't seen nobody like Cardi. Cardi is the coolest person, but equal I've seen Cardi in public.
Cardi said, "I'm gonna have me more kids. I want to be a mother. This my grandmother and my mother done this. They had these many kids. I want to be like Cardi. Is all about family, love, connection. Like that's what Cardi is about. Nicki not giving that, and I'm not shading a Nicki, but I'm just saying,
you're not. No, it was crazy. Like it was one tweet. I think I told you the cocaine Barbie one, but you must have missed me, huh? Crazy, not kiss my feet. Nothing more annoying than a bored bitch. The power I have make these bitches come out of the rehab every time. Go to your fucking room. Cocaine Barbie. Then ABCD, because you know I don't know if you I forgot what song it is, but when Cardi kind of spells like the first letter, like they just kind of kept going back and forth on that. ABCDEFG, your man have to snatch pussy. Pussy tastes like honeycomb. Your bro be touching 12-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, that shit is getting personal, and it's like, I don't know.
I honestly, when it pertains,
I don't understand why Foxy and Lil' Kim was beefing, you know, but that's just me.
Like
you know?
When it pertains to things like that, I'm just like, I'm off the grid. I'm like, because I hate to see our people beef. Period. I'm just saying, I don't care who it is. I just hate to see our people beef. So that's my take on that.
No, I get it. But what did you think of the album? Have you had a chance to listen?
I did.
Okay.
Well, Cardi, like it. I'm vibing with it. Like,
okay.
Now,
Bodega Barbie is my shit, and they be like, Bodega Barbie.
Let me tell you now. You gotta remember.
I don't know what the fuck them niggas in the background, Latino niggas, but I love that song.
Everybody have not seen me in this light podcast, speaking out, being vulnerable, just talking about current events, etc. And I always tell, like, now my daughter, my son, like people that know me will tell you, I have nothing against Nicki. I like Nicki. I think she's gorgeous, beautiful, you know. And if I was out there having a BBL and all that, my body looked like Nicki's. But I'm just saying,
she probably got the best one,
right? That was it.
Like where it looked a little uncomfortable in what's that the Anaconda video? But it seemed like it got better.
Nicki went to the best doctor. I'm just saying, my body looked like hers. However, when it comes to this like getting type of like fetish, sexual intuitive, like things that we like. When it comes to Cardi might write nasty. She might write nasty. She give me the and I'm
define right nasty.
When I say right nasty, ooh, and again,
is it like the perfect amount? Is it the
because she got a few I can name, like a lot of her songs.
What about what?
Right.
Okay.
If you listen to some of the lyrics, she giving the right.
I want you to touch that thing in the back of my tongue.
And that's what some do, and y'all don't want to admit it, but she pulls it out of you, like she's speaking to you know you nasty. You know that's what you want. She gives me the right nasty.
I put like this
when I conservative, and that makes it like
when I listen to WAP, people could say, well, Meg's verse was better than Cardi or whatever. But when I listen to Cardi, I'm like my ears to the ground, like listening tough, just because I like the way that she says things.
Right. Let me about Meg. Listen.
She'd be like, gobble it, swallow it.
Right.
Look it up.
But Meg, if you happen to come across our podcast, now she got me with pressure. She give me the right nasty, like she telling you what, like what most women won't speak of. They do whatever behind, but when we out there, you want to be all they telling you.
Yeah, be the nasty.
Be nasty.
Stop holding that shit in.
Be nasty. Stop holding
it in. That's what drives men.
Yeah.
He goes like, okay. That's what you want to do. Okay. For real, we ain't gonna be able to. We could probably do 75% of that, but let's go.
Let me tell you, there's some stuff I was like, ooh, this is the right nasty for me. I'm telling you. So I am a Cardi fan.
Okay.
It is what it is. And I only said that because I wasn't trying to go into great detail. Listen, this is a podcast. I'm trying to keep it PG.
You can say what I mean. Look,
Because Cardi does it for me.
Cardi's dope. I remember when she first came. I remember, it's weird because when I was like, she kind of like annoying as far as like, because it was like the accent. It like it was so tough she be talking so fast and but then I started like, loving hip hop and stuff like that. And I was like, but she's entertaining and I like her.
Correct.
It's almost like a girl that ended up not really having a rap career. What's her name that she's with Stevie J?
I don't know who that is.
The Latina chick. I can't think of her name right now, but she put like this. The career that Cardi had was a career that she was supposed to have.
Right.
I can't think of the chick name, but I'll think of it. I'll tell you in a minute. But Cardi was entertaining from jump. Very. You didn't have to like
Cardi. See, no, Cardi captured your attention if it pertained to like freaky stuff. She did. She kept you like, dang, you saying the stuff that we will not say in public, or you're saying what some of us do, but we would never tell nobody. We'll take it to our grave, and that's why I go back to Meg with Pressure. If you actually dissect that song and really listen to the lyrics of Pressure, Meg,
Jocelyn. Remember Jocelyn?
Yeah.
Love Hip Hop?
Yes.
Yeah.
But Meg saying some stuff, I'm like, man, you can't be talking like that because you calling some of us out. Like, some of us are undercover freaks. I'm just saying.
Ain't nothing wrong with being afraid. Like, a lot of people be afraid. Like, you ain't got to sell it in the streets. Just do it in the sheets.
Right.
It's like,
but a lot of folks, especially men, they're afraid to do what they're saying in their lyrics. This is why they like them. Because what they want to do, and how they want to act it out, they say it in the lyric, but they're afraid. Because you know how this is with y'all heterosexual folk. Y'all want to be conservative. And no, a woman don't want a man to know that a man may want his dick sucked from the back, booty licked and all. Ooh, so I'm just saying, but somebody else, some other chick will do it.
Yep.
A Cardi they'll do that.
It always comes down to what you won't do, somebody else will. Right. So be open with it. If it don't work for you, don't do it, and then agree to disagree and don't be together.
And this goes back to what I was saying about how like when you're saying what's up to men, straight, like I say, what's up to straight men? Like, I'm like, bro, I don't want you. I'm just want to say what's up, you black king or whatever. And I say that because sexually, I ain't after you because one, I don't want no one that does not want me. Let's be clear. If I know you don't want me, bro, you wasting my time. I'm wasting your time with you. Two, you may not have the sexual like experience, openness, sexual openness that I've had, and a lot of y'all may want to explore, but I'm not trying to what we call teeter-totter or tiptoe across it. If we're gonna do it, let's do it. You need to experience it for yourself. We're not playing these games. We grown. I don't like everyone will say gay with like a me, saying man to man, but what about the men? And see, I've been very vulnerable, and I am. You gotta remember the spaces I've been in. I've been with men that watch their women get screwed by other men. I've been with
Puffy.
Men, right? Yeah. I've been with men that join, like they swap wives, but swingers. The man will be in his woman's up, but grabbing the man dick and all. But my point is, y'all don't deem that as gay. It's like I don't understand how we. I think. So hold on a second. Let me finish. Because I don't think it's gay. I don't think it's gay. Okay. I think because sexuality is fluid.
Yeah, I told you.
People just enjoying the moment or whatever that looks like is what I'm saying. I don't think because a man touch another man dick, whatever, because he in a pussy with y'all having fun, and that's what y'all like. And that, let's compartmentalize it. That's in y'all space what you like. That's your fetish.
So wait, so let me ask this question: if you don't consider that gay, why is it assumed? And this is to the topic. Say, for instance, on what's the show? Insecure. Was a situation, and I think I spoke to this before, but it was a situation where they were trying to be open to each other, and he had expressed that he's like, yeah, one time me and my boy was chilling. He went down on me,
right.
and then she kind of like stopped. Well, she didn't. She just stopped talking to him just because he was like, well, it was. I was drunk and it was a moment and blah blah blah. So she wouldn't.
But why do men have to explain they was drunk or intoxicated or they try? Women do it all the time. Why?
It's a double standard.
It's a double standard.
Yeah.
Women get they pussy ate by other women all day long, and it's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They don't deem themselves as gay.
Mm-hmm.
They don't deem themselves as bisexual.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, it was something I done because I was drunk. I was this. Why can't a man do the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
That's the stereotype, something that I don't like when it comes to Africa. I'm like, let that man, if that
I think it literally
first and foremost, a lot of y'all women ain't giving throat like some of these men anyways. Let me be clear. Y'all ain't giving it, and men be like, they got good throat, baby. A lot of stuff y'all see on videos with women, they ain't giving it how.
I think it comes down to preference in that scenario. Like I said, sex is fluid, in my opinion. Like you like, hey, I like titties, I like ass, I like this. Then you like those things. If you like a dick one day, then that's on you.
I won't say preference. It could be preference. You say preference. However,
no, you said it's a moment too. I mean, I'm not taking away that. No, I'm saying like if you grab a dick and you like, okay, cool, whatever. Then
you did it in that moment.
Yeah,
thank you. Yeah, that's
but the thing about it is those moments are what the double standard like it impacts men where they say, well, you did this, so you're automatically gay.
Right.
And that's I think that's
and this
crazy.
is why we get into the whole DL stuff, which I think that we shouldn't have to get into the DL stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just think men should enjoy themselves sexually, fluently, just like women.
Mm-hmm.
And
it ain't gonna happen.
Now, right. It's not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you want to share that with that woman, share it.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, because let me tell you something, there's a lot of men that's enjoying men and women. Like it's men. I'm telling you, I got a couple that's married.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful men, male and female, and they enjoy other couples, other singles. Like it could be a single with he, her, and a girl, or he, her, and a guy, and she eat, he will suck or grab, like, but no one calls them gay. No one calls them by their name, but because they're married, it's like the stereotypes. What just gets me? I'm like, just enjoy sexuality if that's what you want to do, and if that's not what you want, just say,
that's not my vibe.
That's it, and I'm out. I respect that.
I feel you on that one. I'm gonna pull it back a little bit. Get back into the topics.
Okay, we get back to it. Because some of y'all missing out anyway. Sexual. That's why you old hags. You don't have fun. Why you divorced and you ain't got no fun in your life because you don't know how to have fun with your little nasty stuff in your mind, but you don't want to step out. But anyways,
I'm gonna put it to this last topic because we got other ones, but I want to kind of cut it so it's not a long. Now look, so you got. Let me ask you this question: what do you do personally to protect your mental health or your peace?
Oh, that's a good question. And I'll say what I do personally to protect my mental health, my peace. First and foremost, I don't allow people that always have that always have an opinion about something I may share with them, what I do, what have you. If you haven't shared it, if you haven't experienced it, if that's watching a thing, don't give me out. I don't care. Just stab my face. All right. Because there's a lot of folk that they struggle within themselves, and it's okay. You can do that. We all have ours, but it is what it is. I'm more of a. I want to vibe with different individuals, men, women, whatever. I just want to vibe, connect. How do we have fun? How do we get together and eat, space, connect? Like, that's what I want. I think people look at the exterior and want to place that judgment. And so then it becomes difficult to try to connect with others because they see me as this.
So let me ask you this. Why is it, say for instance, you say, hey, I'm going to some kickback and we gonna be playing spades, we gonna be grilling, we gonna doing all of the things. Why do you feel like, or you may not feel it this way, but why do you think the stereotype is that, oh well, since Sid's sexual preference is different than Sean. Like I said, I don't think like this. I look, you like, hey, look, let's go here. I'm like, okay, I'll figure it out. But I'm saying, like, why is the stereotype that, well, since Sid is saying let's go play spades, I'm like why do you think that there could be a barrier there? Because you had just mentioned that, you know, you just want to kick it. You just want to have fun. It don't matter. Like, that's because I look at it like hanging and chilling is a part of the mental health as well too.
Correct.
So like, why would you think that, or do you think that there's a barrier that is placed on that just because of your sexuality?
Well, because first and foremost, a lot of black men, to me, well, heterosexual black men, they're just not comfortable in their own self, in their own space, or if they are well, when I say comfortable, they may be comfortable in their self in a private setting, but in a public setting, they're not comfortable. They don't want anyone to prejudge them. And so then my question is, why do y'all care about folk prejudging y'all when they're not paying your rent or mortgage? They ain't giving you the 3 Fs. And most of y'all know what the 3 Fs are. If they're just not, like, they're not doing anything for you, but
I have 5 Fs.
You get, give me the other 2.
Fucking, friends, family, finances, and future.
Okay, so
I was drunk last time. I couldn't get finances and friendship.
Right. but my thing is, why do you care if they're not doing like that? This is why, like, when we stated earlier about like my family, I said I love my family, but however, I don't connect with a lot of them, and at this point, at my age, I don't care because they don't do those 5 Fs for me. I got friends. It is what it is. So I don't care.
Do you think the family helps with the mental health, or do you think they help or hurt?
Let me just tell you, I've been free from the
stereotype or
stigma. I've been free from what people think of me.
Stigma, yeah.
I've been free from people, and he freed. I was free 10 years ago.
Okay.
So a lot of folks say I'm mean. I'm not. I don't care if you don't like.
Hold on a second. Listen, you know what's crazy about that? The thing that you're saying is people automatically assume that you're mean or you only do things a certain way when you set boundaries on what you're willing and not willing to accept. Right. And it's crazy. That bothers me because it's like, well, no, I'm not doing that. Like, well, why not? Because I said so. I don't have to explain to you.
It, right.
I don't have to explain to you why I don't want to. I will explain it to you, but I don't owe you an answer. And like my aunt, when it came and helped me out with when I had the surgery, you know, I remember like it was like yesterday. I mean, I asked her for something, and she said no. And I was like 5 or 6. That was the first time I've ever heard no.
Right.
And I was like, well, why? He's like, why? He's like, you don't ask me why. I said no. And I was like, oh, I can tell people yes or no and not have to explain either one. It just depends on the capacity. Like if I work for you, then of course I got to justify why.
Right.
Based off of analytics or whatever.
Right.
But in general, like I don't have to explain to you the why. And I think some people get lost in that. Like, I got to explain to you why I did it like this, like this. Like, no, this is how I feel. I don't, if I feel like and the thing is, I say yes a lot. So when I say no, I really mean it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, of course, I heard, well, we can't do that right now. Or no, we got to do it this way, blah, 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 blah. But there's never been too many outright no's with the exception of, you know, jobs and stuff like that. Or, you know, and it's just weird that people can't accept, like you say, hey, look, this is who I am as a person. If you don't accept that, if you don't accept me as that, I don't have to fuck with you.
Let's go deeper into acceptance. Let me, and again, I may get in trouble for this, but this is what I want men and women to understand. You don't have to agree. You don't have to understand or agree with what I'm saying. You may not like what I'm saying, but I'm going to say this because I know it's to be true because I don't have both the best both of best worlds. I've been married to a woman, love, have 2 beautiful children, and I didn't men. However, when it comes, like I said, acceptance, and I'm praying that the individual I'm speaking of don't see this because they may know I'm speaking to them.
Mm-hmm.
But
you gotta say their names, or
I will say names.
Yeah, you gotta be as descriptive.
I have a individual, well, of course, male, that's married to a woman for 18 years.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's stale, it's stagnant. But he wants me, and it was like, why can't people just accept what you like sexually, mentally, or whatever? Because again, this is what I believe.
Mm-hmm.
You should ever, like, when I divorced my wife. Well, first of all, my wife knew I dated guys before her. Let me be clear. Mm-hmm. I never put on for her. Mm-hmm. I never lied to her. I never deceived her. Mm-hmm. We were best friends. She knew I dated guys before her. So that was her opportunity to say if I want to deal with you or not. Let's be clear. Mm-hmm. So why don't folk accept other folks' sexuality? You may get with a woman that may like another woman and a man, or want it. Like, why can't we just accept that? Because we deal with it. We want to sleep with them. We want to connect with them. We want to do all of that. But we do not want them to be honest. And I'm sick of grown folk always saying, be honest with me. Mm-hmm. You're not ready for honesty.
People don't like honesty.
You don't want no one to be honest.
I think people like some honesty. They don't like the clear honesty.
You look, some honesty and clear honesty. Now that, to me, you're talking foolish.
No. I know
what you're saying. Well,
like when you straight up
talking foolish, but what I'm saying, that whole concept of saying some honesty, are you gonna be honest or not? Yeah. Is it black or white? There's no gray area. Mm-hmm. And so everybody's not ready for the truth. Mm-hmm. And then what gets me is when you find out the truth of the behavior they've already been displaying, you upset. Mm-hmm. Huh?
You knew it.
They showed you this.
You knew it all ahead of time.
They put it. Mm-hmm. And so that's what throws me off about people like, huh? Mm-hmm. Are you serious right now? Mm-hmm. That man, that woman.
But it's easy. It's easier to be ignorant. And when I say ignorant, the word ignorant, the definition means of not knowing. So in that sense, it's easier to be ignorant or to act ignorant on things than to say I was a part of it.
Ignorant because you want someone to love you. That's the space you're in. Mm-hmm. To me, that's a part of insecurity and trauma that you've been going through in the past because you just allowing it. Okay, it's easy for me just to be ignorant. Okay, because I want this man.
It's easy to say I don't know.
Even this man,
I didn't know about that.
Even this man beat me across my head, but he loved me. He gonna pay the bills and all this stuff. No, baby, he should not put his hand on you, or vice versa. She should not put her hand on you.
But you know, it's weird. And like I said, some people are in a situation. They may be in those situations right now. Like say, for instance, with abusive relationships. The one thing that, like I said, I've never been in an abusive relationship or been an abuser or anything like that. The one thing I never understood is being willing to take the abuse. And like I said, I get there can be certain elements that makes it worth staying. But if there's ever an instance where I'm abusing you or you're abusing me, whatever, I'm not going to stay, and I wouldn't expect you to stay. I don't expect no repair off of that. And I'm going to complain to someone and say, I'm being abused. Or you move 5 or 10 years later, you be like, well, I got out of that marriage of 30 years because I was being beat.
But I think that's
you were in there for 30 years.
I think that's where
there were good. All I'm saying, there were good and bad times of that. It wasn't just all just abuse, is what I'm saying. Because you chose it. You chose that pain.
With that abuse and whatever, it's almost like you're dating a woman, and y'all together, and she sorry, y'all. She catch you in the act of whatever that is. But you put on this show like, I didn't mean that, babe, yada, 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 yada. Let's work this out. You go through all that spiel, right?
but I don't.
And
That's
then,
what
and
I'm
then
saying.
hold on.
I'll tell you
And
how
then,
I would react to
right.
that. But.
And then she somewhat, or he, come around and say, okay, give you another chance. Y'all go back. The bear is out. Now the bear go in hibernation again. You do the same thing, same behavior. And then she catch you again, or he catch you again. And you go through the whole thing of, baby, I love you, I'm sorry, yada, 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 yada. Now that becomes a form of manipulation and a kind of narcissistic behavior. And you as an individual, you may love that person, but you got to say, no, I cannot accept this from you. I don't deserve this behavior. You can't continue to do me like this. I'm telling you what hurts me. I'm telling you, and I'm speaking to you why you keep doing this to me, and you continue to do it because you know we got to get to a point where I'm no.
But look at it look at it from the opposite end of it, where I'm from that other person's perspective. Like I said, I haven't been in that, so I can only speak to how I would react to it. But if I'm
clean it up well,
if I'm in that scenario and it's something that I don't fuck with or I don't want, I'm done. Like I had a situation. I mean, it's not as extreme as abuse or anything like that, but I was with this woman and we were kicking it and and we had like kind of a, we were just messing around. She had already established that this was we just fucking type of shit.
She established
that. She established
it.
That's
what I like.
So when you do that, a lot of people don't realize when you do that, my mentality is it's only going to go to there.
Right.
Because I like relationships. I'm good relationships. But what I'm saying is when you say something like that, in that situation, that's all it's going to be. That my mentality is that's all it's going to be. I'm never going to push past that because that's what you told me what it was. So in that scenario, we was outside. We weren't together, but I was like, well, hey, I can stop by if you want, blah, blah, blah. Stop by her house. Go in, we kicking it. And then I kind of feel the energy is off, but I'm like, oh, whatever, it's cool. But, coming around like, mind you, it's like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. So me, not to say I'm old, but
3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
3 or 4 o'clock in the morning is either we going at it now,
ain't nothing open,
or listen, or I'm going to sleep because I like sleep. What I'm saying is, so we get to around like 4 o'clock and, and then in the room and stuff like that. And then, I get on the bed and stuff like that. And then she's like, what is this? And I'm like, you know what it is. You stated what it was. And she's like, well, what do you mean? Like she was trying to have it both ways. She was trying to have it where she wanted to, like, it was almost like if it can be something, I'm okay with it being something, but I'm gonna go into it with it not being nothing. Right. So I was like, you already know what it is. You said what you wanted it to be. I didn't even mind the relationship part. Like we were still, doing like going out. It wasn't like we was just like we was going out to eat. We was doing dates and stuff like that. But it came down like it was crazy. Like she was just like, well, you ain't gotta be a bitch about it. Oh. And I was like, oh.
That's how she's supposed to be.
I was like, okay. Only time I've ever been called a bitch in my life. Period. Like, and I was like, oh, okay. I was like, all right, well, I was like, I'm about to go. She's like, what do you mean? Why are you about to leave? I was like, no, I'm just about to go. She's like, why are you tripping? Like, I was like, well, either I could stay here and be a bitch, or I could go home and be a man. And that's literally what I like. Wasn't no mincing words. I was exactly what I told her. And it was about 4:30, 5 o'clock. I got up and left because the thing was, it wasn't like I enjoyed being around her and considering a relationship. But when you tell me that this is all it's going to be, I'm operating within that space. But back to the point of the abuse, I'm not going to sit there and take the abuse of being like, I can only be a bitch if I stay there. Yeah. Like mentally, that's how I felt. So like, why in the hell will I just sit up here and take that and then just be chilling? And I mean, like I said, we all right now. Like we ain't like
she just wanted you to show her that you wasn't a.
Yeah, but why would you like? This is my thing. Like I've never
toxicity.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, how would you expect me to take that? Like, I'm like, well, was that dished out to you, or like I would never put somebody in a position. I don't even name call. Period. So I mean, my sister got on my nerves one time, and she caught the brunt of frustration. But anyway, all that means that I'm not going to call somebody out their name. And I apologize for my sister too, but I apologize directly. Look, I apologize directly to her. Like, hey, I'm sorry for calling you that. I didn't, Okay, yep. So, yeah. So, but the abuse part, yeah, I don't get the.
Let go back. So you don't call it name. So you don't do dirty talk, role play talk. Like you don't talk during intimacy. You don't talk during sex. Yeah. Like calling out their name. Oh, okay, so yeah. During that time, you
but I'm saying, right, look, it's about intent. Okay. Not about, we could be freak nasty doing whatever we doing and saying all nasty stuff, but nah, not in we about to argue.
I just want to clear it up for those of y'all that were confused.
So, but like abuse, like I never understood. Like I said, maybe it's not for me to understand because I've never been in one of them type of abusive. I've never been in an abusive relationship, period. But I never understood like people being, like you said, going back and forth. And I'm like, wait a minute. The one time, if that hurt me and that's something that I didn't want to be a part of, then I don't ever want that to be the narrative. Like, well, we broke up because of infidelity, but you was over here.
Right.
I want to, for lack of better words, accepting it. Like the scenario that you broke down, she accepted it twice. And so it becomes a narrative within a relationship.
But how do you, and what you're saying, well, to your point, I'll say, is almost like that Shannon Sharp and the white girl. And when folk heard that recording of him speaking to her aggressively, what have you, a lot of us that know he wasn't speaking to her in a tone.
We knew what it was.
That was that role play.
Yeah, we knew what it was.
She has a fetish. Mm-hmm. And so because of her fetish, that's what she liked, but she played that against him.
Yeah. Sucks. So that's 15 million in ESPN job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it sucks. Played that again because of that fetish. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I'll say this, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say. Men, be careful. Women, be careful. Women, be careful on who you're dealing with. Men, be careful on who you're dealing with in general. Just because, like I said, that was the only, like you said, the Shannon Sharp thing. That was the only fans thing.
Right.
And he damn near, I mean, he's still doing this stuff on his YouTube channel and stuff like that. But he essentially lost. I mean, it's not just the 15 million and he had to eventually settle with her. He lost 15 million with settling with her. He lost $100 million deal.
Right. He lost millions.
Listen, and people were trying to say, well, that's what he getting. I was like, no, he's just a regular dude, old dude, but regular dude, to say the less, that was doing this shit that most people do.
Fetish.
So
leave them white girls alone, black men. Sorry.
Hey, we are. I forgot who said it, but it's just, it's a stereotype. But it was like we don't ask for as much. She got 15 million off of nothing.
Of a fetish that she enjoyed.
Yeah.
And she gonna find another black man who's gonna do the same thing. That's in her.
Put your black seed up in me and all that stuff. I'm like
all of that again. Absolutely. So, it's in her. Mm-hmm. So it's not gonna like
she shut down her OnlyFans. Right. All that stuff. So
now that she got this money, she
15 million. She 15 million in.
She don't have the black men doing the same thing. It is.
Look, karma's a motherfucker. Like, not that I wish anything bad on her, but everything comes around.
Look me up. Let me come give you. I do that.
Well, thanks for joining and being able to have this conversation. Sorry, I've been out. Like I said, I had the surgery and stuff like that. But man, I love having these conversations back and forth between us. It's really good. Like I said, stay tuned. We got more podcasts to come. Appreciate you, Sid. Can't wait to do the next one.
And look, in an interview out there, listen to this podcast. If you got anything that you want us to discuss or talk about, any topics, shoot it in the inbox.
Yeah.
And let's talk about it, okay? Because again, I'm open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm very open. Yeah, no,
we can have that honest conversation.
Look, I love these conversations, bro. Like, because like I said, I got like 15 topics over here. We talked about 10 topics, and 5 of them ain't even on the list.
Right.
And I love it though. It's like it's smooth, cool conversation back and forth, and I love it. So make sure you like, subscribe, share, let everybody know the topics and information that we're providing. And if, like you said, if you have anything you want us to talk about, we'll scan through them and make it make sense.
All right.
Thank you all.